Good evening, road dogs. This tale comes your way from a scab of a long-haul hound they call Juice. You see, Juice fancied himself a bit of a ladies' man, and out there on the lonesome road can be a tough place to find yourself if, in fact, a ladies' man is what you are. Now, there are some places a fella can go, truck stops where that fella can procure the foreign unlawful carnal knowledge of a type of lady we out on the road call lot lizards. I myself don't partake in temptations of the flesh, but to each their own, I suppose. Juice pulled into the I-45 truck stop just south of Houston. Big Badger or something on their logo, if memory serves. He pulled the rig round the back to one of those parking spots that you only parked in if you were there for that reason. The air was thick with Texas heat, and the place smelled like fried chicken with a side of regret. As he waited, he closed his eyes just to rest them a spell. After a moment or three, there came a knocking on the door. Juice looked down to see a sight for sore eyes and the long legs attached to her. He nodded to the other side. She walked around the truck. Her silhouette seemed to glisten in the headlights. She climbed in, and he killed the lights. "Looking for a good time?" she asked, her voice as smooth as freshly rolled asphalt. Now closer, old Juice could see that she looked a little worse for the wear. She had stringy strawberry blonde hair, a few missing teeth, and what appeared to be a glisten in the headlights was really pasty, damp-looking skin. I reckon I could use me some company," Juice replied. "Well, they call me Darling Nicky," she said. "Why don't you pull over there, near the back of the lot?" Juice did as he was told, but not without a little hesitation. The far end of the lot was a dark place, full of shadows and dumpsters. "Well, what now?" Juice asked. "That's up to you, big boy," Darling Nicky said with a smile. "How about a drink first?" Juice asked. "Something to loosen the nerves." "Sounds good, sugar." Juice crawled into the sleeper compartment of his rig. He fished around for the bottle of Kentucky rye he had stashed. He went back into the cab, flicked on the dome light, and what he saw changed him for life. Darling Nicky was no more, nearly no more. She looked mid-transformation, though it was unclear what she was transforming into. Her hair fell out in clumps, her skin drooped and slid from her bones, replaced by the hardened ridges of an exoskeleton. The only soft spot, its eyes, grew abnormally large and blinked with two sets of eyelids over black, lifeless orbs. Her fingers were now three long tines of bone that must have been razor sharp, because when she stuck them deep into Juice's belly, he didn't realize what had happened. The thing that was no longer Darling Nicky moved at him in disjointed, shaky spasms at first. But soon the pile of skin and hair that had shed onto the floorboard got sucked back up into the creature, as if it were resorbing it for fuel. It grew larger, slender, and gray, looming over Juice as he sank down into his seat. The creature moved toward him, and he wished he had waited until the truck stop in Austin. The lizards there are much friendlier. Hell, he wished he would have at least taken that shot of the whiskey. Juice raised the bottle and smashed it against the creature's head. The thing remained unfazed, but Juice still held the broken neck of the bottle. He stabbed it into the only soft spot he could see, its eye. The creature let out a howl like one of which Juice had never heard. Thick green ooze sprayed from the socket covering the cab of the truck. The thing pulled its fingers from Juice's belly, clawed its way to the door, and fell onto the parking lot. Juice jumped out of the truck, intent on chasing it down, but by the time he got around the truck, the thing was already skittering into the woods. He ran after it, but stopped when a blinding light shone from the woods and a powerful wind blew him down. He watched as what he could only describe as a ship flew high over the trees. It hovered there a moment before blasting off into the night sky. No one ever believed old Juice's tale of shape-shifting lot lizards, but he still told it as often as he could to any lady unlucky enough to climb into his cab. That's all for today, folks. I'll see you around. Be safe.